What is up, everybody? It's me, it's RDV, and I'm back here with a special episode of the Best of the Week. We found Geeky Easy hiding under a rock, and we figured, well, let's let him show off the books he's got. And then got a few books tonight. I got about 9 new books, and I got some back issues that I bought, and also back issues that I got from Mr. Eric Breen, who also is joining us tonight as well. As far as our boy Zach, I don't know if he's gonna show up. He might show up later, but
That's why they call him Mystery Zach, because it's a mystery if he'll be on time or here at all.
I have a word or two for Zach if he shows up.
all right. And I only have 2 words for him, but I'm not gonna say it.
Is it the DX words?
It's a mystery.
Oh.
All right. Speaking of solving a mystery, we're gonna put Mr. Geeky Easy is going first as the honorary first person to ever go before me in a live stream. Wow.
I feel honored. All right, so I overspent a little bit this week, but I don't think it's anything too embarrassing. But let
It's really on
me.
camera.
Okay, so these are in somewhat order. I decided to get Vampires World War V #1, just because the cover. So I call the squirrel cover because it's all shiny and stuff. It wasn't any good. Uh, Speaking of not good, X-Men #2. And then I decided to see what was up with this. X Factor #1. And there's some guy in here that I've never heard of who said that he was a member of the first X Factor team. And I think they seem to forget that the first X Factor team was the original X-Men, and he wasn't one of them. So,
Well, it's Mark Russell writing X Factor, so it's gonna suck regardless.
yeah, and it did. So, and then we have Task Force 7 #4. Not bad, but I could have done without. But what are you gonna do? Now into the better books. Profane #3. I don't know if you know anything about this book.
I don't know who's the writer.
It is Peter Milligan.
Okay, so it has a chance of being good.
It's kind of a really interesting concept. It's kind of this hard-boiled like 50s type of detective story. Kind of Bogart-ish and stuff like that. But then you find out, and this really isn't spoilers, that he is a character that is being written by kind of like a Mickey Spillane type of character, and he realizes that he is actually a fictional character, but he starts blending in with the real world.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to describe. I'm not doing it.
It sounds like he's this guy. He finds out that he's actually a comic book character and he's in the real world now.
Yeah, and if he doesn't have, if something happens to his sponsor, the real world person,
Yeah.
he is forgotten. So he's trying to solve the murder of the guy who wrote him.
Okay.
So, like, let's say Mickey Spillane gets murdered, or Mike Hammer finds out that he's a fictional character, then he has to try and solve Mickey Spillane's murder. Something along that line.
Unless somebody takes over, he's dead regardless.
Yeah.
Because it was writing his story.
Yeah. And it's actually not bad. I mean, it's rather entertaining.
You know what it reminds you of? It reminds you of that Tales of the Crypt episode with the cartoonists. There was a comic book episode of that. Something similar, but
I'll have to. Yeah, I've been trying to work my way through some of them. I'll have to look that one up here.
yeah.
soon.
It was in the TV series, not the comic.
Yeah. I've gone through a few of them, and I actually recognize some of the like a couple of the episodes they've done. I recognize the story they pulled it from the Tales of the Crypt comics.
Once the dude saying it's sounds like the last version or last action hero.
Yeah, someone. Yeah, sort of like that. And now on to good books. Geiger number 5. I still think Geiger is the weakest of that whole universe, but that doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just
I won't disagree. It's my least favorite out of the 3, but
Redcoat and Exodus are my 2 favorite.
Redcoat's my favorite.
Yeah. And then we have Richard Tracy. Still a good book. Didn't think I was going to like it when I bought the first one. I think it was on Breen's recommendation. And I've really enjoyed it so far. So,
okay.
And then we have what I think are the weakest of this series would have been Batman and Robin number 12.
How long is he going to be on that book? As I thought Josh Williamson was cutting back.
He is. That's his last one, I think.
Is it? Oh.
Or when October gets here, he'll be off the title.
Two more issues. Yeah.
He's got they're stuck on some island with
Dinosaur Island. It's Dinosaur Island. I actually want to pick it up. I'm waiting for the trade. It's Batman and Robin on Dinosaur Island
with Bane and female Bane.
I'm seriously getting the trade when that comes out.
You sure it's not Tranny Bane?
No, because actual Bane is actually there, so it can't be Tranny Bane.
Well, if it looks like Bane in a dress, that might be Tranny Bane.
I don't think they were in the same frame at the same time, so you never know.
I'm making a Crowder joke.
Yes.
You know.
Okay. Yes.
Still one of his best routines.
I know.
Stephen Crowder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to look up that one. And then
Moon Knight.
Vengeance of Moon Knight number 8.
Almost final issue. What one more issue at this?
What? This one's done.
Or actually, that is the final issue. They're
rebooting it with another title.
Again?
One. Yes, in October. Because this is what Marvel does. I don't like it, but I'm gonna stop.
They just rebooted it 8 issues ago.
I know. But honestly though, I'm gonna stop complaining about it because it does nothing. Because they're gonna keep doing it.
There's one
is
way
it
to
stupid, sure. But
there's only one way to get your point across, and that's with your wallet. And I was already thinking about doing that before I found this out.
But I gotta be. It's getting to the point where even people in the League of Comic Geeks, I've noticed most of them skew to the left. They're actually saying this is stupid. Just keep the numbering.
Yeah.
You can change the title, or you can or just say this is a new volume. You know, like manga, like there's a new chapter volume.
But in manga, they keep the same name on the title, though.
They do.
MKF 30 has a really good point. Really good question. I don't know.
Like, if it's Moon Knight, I honestly all I want is it says Moon Knight, and then that's the new volume. That's your subtitle chapter.
Yeah, and for the 7 issues up until this one, Mark Spector wasn't even in it, so they really.
Well, it's kind of fun to follow the Doctor Strange theme. If you watch it, or if you're reading Doctor Strange was murdered, breaking and came back to life, had a happy ending with Clea.
Yeah.
Well, several happy endings, but I mean they left it off in a good spot at least for them. But yeah, is that your last book or do you got more?
No, I had more. But
okay.
Speaking, and then now we're into the good books. Ultimates number 3.
Well, I have a problem. You said good.
It was good.
This one, it wasn't as good as the other ones, but it's still a kind of a good book. I just don't like what they're doing with the Hulk.
I know exactly. It's like the memes, like they all go.
The men with no taste.
What's that? This.
The men with no taste up here.
I know. I'm pointing to it.
It's a good book. Y'all just want to hate on it because it's different. It's Ultimates. The Ultimate Universe was always different than the regular universe.
It's like Hollywood Squares. We look down when someone gives a wrong answer.
Speaking of, you saw that the original host Checked out today at
Really?
age 98. Peter Marshall.
Wow.
Dang.
But okay. And
Super
speaking
Sky
of,
Point.
and speaking of, Hollywood Squares, Paul Lind being the center square, that was great. You can still have a good, center square, but it's still not going to match up with Paul Lind.
You can still find Paul Lind on our readings every Fridays and Sundays.
I loved him.
Well, he was there when Peter Marshall was the host. So
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
And then
Tell me what you liked about Ultimates 3. You're saying it's a good book. And not Zach. Zach, no help. I want to hear
I'm not even looking at the screen. I'm answering a text message.
Is someone yelling at you saying what the hell's wrong with you?
They're establishing the universe, and they're still trying to get it together. I do like that they actually are bringing the Hulk in. I just didn't like the whole,
Denny's Camp She-Hulk.
yeah, bovine scatology that they had up to that point.
Like, why does she have to look like she's like manly Hulk?
Yeah,
she doesn't look manly. She's a Polynesian women are bigger. Have you ever looked at a Polynesian person before?
I try not to.
Yeah, I work with a bunch of them.
Who's the racist now?
I know there's quite a few thin, attractive Polynesian women.
There are a few. And
Wait, this one you gotta throw apples, not tomatoes. He likes tomatoes.
But this
I don't like tomatoes.
Looks like she's got a bigger dick than all of us combined.
Whoa! This isn't the Olympics, okay?
That's why I couldn't qualify for the pole vault team. Is just because But and aside from
you made it over without hitting it?
Yeah, pretty much. And I just got jumped to begin with. Okay, and then Kill the Immortals #2.
Okay, Kill Immortals.
I love this book. It's just
That's 2 out of 3 people that like it on this panel.
No, it's 3.
You said you didn't care for it.
No, I know. I liked it.
Now you're.
I loved issue 1.
No, last week Tuesday he said he liked it.
You said you liked it, not loved it. Because you said you don't know where it's going to go from now on because they kind of paint themselves in the corner. That's what I'm getting at. But if you change your mind,
No, if you clean out your ears.
Don't use a Q-tip when you do that because that's bad for you.
Maybe it's the headset. Maybe you should stop wearing a headset all the time.
Who, me?
No, RDV. Because he always
the hat might be on too tight.
He gives me a hard time about wearing headsets a lot.
I never give guys hard time. Sorry, that's a lie.
Wow, it's just I'm not gonna say anything. Sorry,
that'd be a first.
Yeah, true, wouldn't it? I can't argue with that one. Okay, and then this was a really good book, the latest Green Lantern.
With the best cover.
Yes.
That was a good book.
I just sort of love the him having to fight without his ring. And the whole what the hell is going on here thing where he's just like, gee, let me use this. And,
Well, honestly,
it's really great.
I feel like it's like we've seen this before where somebody uses other people's weapons. I think. At least I know Barry's done it before.
Not that I've read.
In genres, and we've seen people use their rogue galleries. Actually, it's a Future State. Barry and them were using the rogues' weapons. So it's not nothing really new. But I don't like it though. It's a cool trope.
Oh no, I'm not saying it was new. I just said I really kind of enjoyed it because he's being kind of a little smart aleck about the whole thing. It sort of gave me like Indiana Jones vibes, where he's just like, let me try the gun now.
Well, it's a nice nod that people forgot about Javelin. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, then I did not realize that this was a reprint when I picked it up.
Well, for that price, yeah, it is a reprint.
I thought they were restarting it, but then I realized when I looked at the art and who wrote it, and I realized no. And it was like Len Wein or something like that wrote it.
The more I look at the cover, I'm like, it's Grace Randolph.
You know who that is?
Grace Randolph.
No. Do you know who that is? Seriously.
Yeah, she's that whiny girl that hates gyms.
No, you know who the cover is.
You look like
a famous actress.
No, it's Louise Simonson.
Yeah. Okay,
That's not
Really?
a famous actress. That's the writer.
but with a hairstyle, a lot of them had the hairstyle back then. So I was
this,
could be a
this,
celebrity.
this is from 71.
Actually, in all honesty, it looks a lot like Crystal from the Inhumans.
Well, no, that's what Louise Jones at the time looked like, and she was the model for that cover.
Oh, so Palpatine's a dick because he's that sheet because all humans suck, and he's saying that Louise.
He does say that. You're right.
Wow,
Palpatine hates Louis
this channel's
Simonson.
just full of hate.
You heard it here first, folks.
All right,
Okay,
right
and
in the
then
taxi. But,
this was kind of a blind buy. I haven't finished it. Chaotica number 1.
Polito book. I
Yeah.
bet you open up in it. There's no words. It's just half naked girls.
No, there's words. I haven't finished it yet, but it's actually pretty thick.
Well, if you
Right.
read the Lady Death books, that's all they've become is they've become worse than it's like. Honestly, Todd McFarlane should strive to that. Just draw and just don't write anything. You know,
I mean, there's words, and it's not.
I'll not deny that the art is good.
Yeah.
But is it even Polito even doing the art, or is it somebody else?
Let's see.
'Cause I know he
Illustrated
owns that business.
by Alison Rodriguez. That is
Okay,
illustrated by.
okay. All right.
And so I haven't finished that just because I was busy today and had to go to the
Yeah.
gym and try and find a new job.
At the gym.
No.
Oh.
And then one that I haven't got to. I was saving this one for last, but it looks like it's going to be really good.
Ooh, did you look at the interior art?
No.
Oh,
Did I say
maybe I
Tom
did.
Holland as in the Spider-Man actor?
No,
yes.
Tom Holland is no. It was in Tom Holland is the guy who wrote Fright Night.
Spider-Man is
Okay.
and Child's Play.
And didn't he write Better
He's a-
Off
he
Dead?
was a- I don't
Yeah,
know
I
about
didn't know that.
Yeah, I know Child's Play. They actually used the same house.
Yeah, Catherine Hicks. Yeah, so
The interior.
not bad. It's not super bad.
So it has continuation. I guess it's a new story arc, but it's continuation from his other stories he had. The one called Regular Fright Night, the comic book, and that art was horrendous. He made Justin Smallwood look like Dan Mora.
Okay.
Or Justin
And
Greenwood.
here, let me slide over here. I've got some books that I want to show Breen that I got in the mail.
Excuse him while he whips this out.
That's
No,
right,
no.
Cleavon Little. Cleavon Little, man, that guy was. We lost him too early. Oh Jesus! All right, we have. I got this.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, it's a little thick,
That's legit.
and it's really good. It's a lot better than what was that one that I was trying to read? The Final Crisis Omnibus.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't finish that one. I still have to finish.
I
that
mean,
one.
that's a great book to read while you're in the hospital.
You don't have to finish it. It'll still be bad when if you ever get
Yes.
around to it.
Yes. And then here is something that I just really wanted because I remember reading some of them.
Oh, I've seen that at my shop, the John Byrne run.
Yeah, it's
I've
number
seen
one.
that. That's legit.
So how many issues are in between that he didn't write?
Let's see. It says
No, it's straight
Is
through.
it's
It
straight
goes
through?
straight through.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
232 to like 294
Oh,
5.
Then that is worth the money.
Uh,
Like I said, I just don't like it when they skip around.
And no guest artists either. It's all Byrne all through it.
Sweet.
Okay.
All
Marvel team
Byrne
up.
all the time.
Marvel
I like
Team
that.
Up 61, 62, Marvel 2-in-1, number 50, Fantastic Four, 209 to 218, 220, 221,
Whatever it takes.
32, 260. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
now here's the one that Breen's gonna like.
I
You're
guarantee
2
it.
for 2 so far. So
3 for 3, I think.
The Pits, Erie.
Yeah.
okay. That's wow. Is that a new PS art book? The new release?
It's number 6. Let's see when was this published?
I don't even know if they list those on there, but well, that is very cool. Yeah, that's solid 3 for 3.
Yeah, and
Is that an in-stock trades or at your shop?
yeah, in stock.
How much was it on in stock?
Is that the? It was in the tens. No, it was in the tens. I think it wasn't that much.
Oh,
Because this is only. I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, it comes with a slipcase, so
Yeah.
it's probably half off whatever the listed price on the book is. Or more.
Then I got this one as well. It just doesn't have the slip cover.
Oh,
It
nice.
just didn't come with it.
Cool.
Weird Terror. This is not the EC stuff that I thought it was, but it was still really good.
So I see. Eric sending you some of his things. No.
And
well, it looks like.
boy, this is yeah. I just realized the title on that one.
King Whitey. Ah,
King Whitey.
Maybe it's
That was-
witty.
Maybe. I'm gonna save these three for last, but then I got Eerie and Creepy number. These were both number 6.
So you have a lot of reading.
Oh, I've gotten everything except for the. I've read all these except for the.
Oh, so these weren't all from the same week. You've been reading
No.
these.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, these were during the time and.
Dang. Sucker bait. Cool.
It is Graham Ingalls.
Graham Ingalls. Okay, cool.
I love those color, the green with the red, and then
The
Yeah,
only,
it's just-
the one bottling knock. I wish they would do those in color.
Yeah, that was my only
Because
issue.
they are
but,
color stories, so I don't
Yes.
know why they don't.
but there's something to be said about some of these in in
black
black
and
and
white.
white.
Black and white horror. I guess it's more horrific.
Yeah,
Well,
but
it
I mean,
also makes it cheaper.
Yeah,
I mean,
that too.
like take a look at this one. I mean, I think this looks better than it would have in.
Well,
color.
I mean, the inks do pop when they're done correctly and they're on the page. You don't nearly need the color.
Yeah, and I'm not complaining. I would have preferred it in color too.
Like Walking Dead, though, is one of those books. It's like you put it in color. It's like, holy crap! Why was it never in color?
Okay, Jeff, do you know how Graham Ingalls signed his work?
Ghastly.
With a pen.
I was gonna say that, but
I beat Zach to it.
That was good. That was really good.
but they
I gotta say, Venk is on the path to being legitimately funny.
Oh, that was good.
I'll fall.
but then they have stuff at the beginning. I was gonna say that, but then I was like, nah, let's not. But they have little bits and pieces at the front. Then we have The Bitter End. And this is I think this is also illustrated by George Roussos.
Yeah.
Roussos.
And he has a special place in our hearts, just under a different name.
What would that be?
George Bell.
Ah.
Oh, is that really?
Yeah,
Cool.
that's George Russo. He's been around forever.
Oh yeah, he did see George Russo. I thought he said Pete Lind.
Pete Lind? Is that Paul's brother?
Yep.
Do you know how George Russo signed his name? Not signed his work, I mean?
With a G and an R.
I was going to say with a pen.
And then
Such a good joke. With a
another Graham Ingalls one.
Geeky is stocking up on his spooky reads.
I'm just going on a binge and stuff, and I've read all of these except for the two omnibuy, and
I'm just shocked. There's no. Hey, look, Eric! Look at it. It's your book, The Grave End. There's no even black cat in the chat lately.
Calm down, Barney Rubble.
No,
You sound more and more like Barney Rubble every time you do it.
Oh, and then there's this.
Oh,
hey, it's Jay Lucian. We have
Jay and Jackson. J and J.
Okay, guys, do you know where the name Jackson Roy Kirk came from?
The man in the chat? I don't know.
No, the
Star
name
Trek,
Roy
isn't
Kirk.
it?
Yeah, I was
Star
gonna say, it probably is Star Trek.
There was a it was a probe that was supposed to be out.
See, I'm already out.
Darn probes. Doggone
He was out
probes.
trying to cleanse the universe, and he thought
Probing,
Kirk was the
cleansing, see?
creator. He thought Kirk was the creator, but the guy's name was Roy Kirk. Last name was Roy Kirk. So
It's always the
Nomad. That was
probes.
it. Yes, that was.
See, no, Jay says Defenders of the Earth was the worst book of the week. It's because you didn't read other books.
You know, he might not be entirely wrong.
You know, if you read the ending, you know you're full of shit.
Don't hate me just because I'm right.
I'm hating you because
No,
you're wrong.
I saw the other stuff.
Game.
I saw the other stuff you said, and you weren't.
All right.
Yep. So that's it.
All right, cool. Who wants to go next?
Let's go to Mr. Wrong.
Zach.
So
Something
RDV.
wrong,
Wait, did RDV already go?
I got a bunch of books. I'm gonna let you guys go first.
Normally, you're like the first one going. This is bizarre for me.
I was
Okay.
the first this week.
Wow, it is topsy turvy day. Good lord.
It's
Okay.
because we're not letting him back on after this.
This is his swan song.
To quote Gary Oldman in what was that movie?
I don't know. You have to
True
tell me about
Romance.
that movie.
It must be White Boy Day.
This because
Okay.
Zach's on here.
Great movie.
Every day would be White Boy Day then. All right.
Whoa!
Because I am a white
It's up here.
boy.
Let's bring it down to here, okay?
I said nothing that was out of the ordinary. Okay.
At least for you, anyway.
Out of the ordinary.
Well,
That's still the problem.
The least you could do is apologize for it.
I did not mean what I said by
If
that.
you wanna
I was,
fit- if you wanna-
I was taken out of context. I did
if
not
you wanna fit in with
apologize.
this modern audience.
I'd like
That's
to
the best way to
apologize.
take things is out of context.
I do not apologize that my words were taken out of context
I
by
said
people
what
that
I
were looking
said.
for it.
Save your apologies for your books.
Yeah, right. Exactly. All right. I actually did organize these in terms of worst to best this week. I haven't been doing that the last several weeks.
Really?
All right, we got Johnny Quest #1. I went for the Jay Lee cover. I thought it was, although this is a very girlish looking face.
And Avon, actually. His eyes are kind of.
Kinda. Well, that's just Jay Lee's style, I think.
They draw they look like aliens.
Yeah. You know, it's not. I will say it's not terrible. Also, I didn't realize Joe Casey was writing it too. I've been reading quite a few books from Joe Casey lately. It's not a bad issue at all by any means. It's a really, you know, I think that it's pretty solid. My one gripe with it is that I am not one of those people that grew up watching Johnny Quest, so I know next to nothing about it.
It's a good
So-
thing because you'd be in your mid-60s if you had.
Also true. I mean, for what it is, it's not a terrible story. It just seemed a little bit, I don't know, something about it just didn't mesh with me. There is action in here. I guess there's all of the main characters. There's his dad. There's Race Bannon, who seems like Race Bannon to me. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. In Lost in Space, you know how like there's the family, and then there's the pilot that's not related, but he's like the coolest one.
Don West.
Yeah, that seems like who Race Bannon is. Like he's not related, but he's the cool guy that gets the action scenes. The art was good. I'll probably pick up issue 2. I will be honest. After seeing that one cover on E's tier listing the other night with what was her name, Penelope Jade, I was really hoping she would be in this. Jezebel Jade, excuse me.
And
Why did I get
Jezebel.
Penelope? But no,
Nope.
I'll probably pick up issue because I will say one fun thing about this and the Dick Tracy comic, and also like anytime I get a Green Hornet comic, the fun thing about those 3 particular titles is those were all TV shows and things that my dad knew growing up. So it is fun to have this because I get to talk to my dad about it, and so that's always kind of cool when there's something that kind of bridges that generational gap. Right above that, we have Defenders of the Earth. This is from this guy's name, Dan DiDio.
This guy, wow.
That guy, the guy I used to blame for all of DC's problems. Now I'm like, was he really the right one to blame?
No.
No, he was not. Short answer, no. Look, this isn't a bad book at all. I just thought it moved really, really slow. There is some good. It's an exposition issue. It's getting you introduced to the setting that everything's going in, which I guess is okay. I really only know of 2 of the characters, and I only know of one of them really well, which is, or I say really well. I'm most familiar with Flash Gordon. I'm semi-familiar with the Phantom. The Magician and this Lothar guy, I have no idea who they are. So this kind of does help introduce you to the characters a little bit, sets up the whole world, the story that's going on. I did like the ending. The ending seemed like a nice cliffhanger. Looking forward to seeing where this goes. Next up, number 3 on the list, we got Dick Tracy, number 4, Rivers of Blood. Flowed in this. This is really good. I'm loving the Dick Tracy series so far. I'm hoping that this has legs to go like a really long way in terms of ongoing series. Yeah, just a lot of fun. Watching Dick Tracy be like, I'm not a cop, but my friend here, or I am a cop, but my friend, like letting his friend like beat up the thugs and do the dirty work that he can't do. Yeah, just really, really fun. I'm loving this. Highly recommend Dick Tracy. Then we got Geiger, number 5, with Barney. This dog. Like the showdown between Geiger and the electrician, which is kind of a dumb name for a villain. The electrician. I don't know. Call him High Voltage or something. I don't know. But no. Successful. I thought it stuck the landing on the ending of this arc. I thought it ended well. The final pages kind of setting up some continuity and some connection to other characters like Junkyard Joe and Redcoat. That last page I thought in particular was really interesting. So yeah, really, really good. Excellent work by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. Looking forward to more of that. We got Transformers number 11 coming in next. Hot issue. I love how Beachcomber just surfs on a surfboard. That's awesome. Spoilers, by the way. Yeah, a lot of good stuff. Shockwave just being this cold, conniving. It's like, dude, I've almost forgot that Megatron is supposed to be the big bad Decepticon. Like Shockwave and Soundwave and all these other guys are just like stealing the spotlight from them, and I love it. So many cool things in here. RC gets some development. Elita 1, Magnus, Wheeljack, all of them. Just some really cool action pieces and character development going on here. I really, really did. The art style, the artwork in this also. Holy cow. I mean, this dude I think is on the same level as Daniel Warren Johnson. I do not say that lightly. I think that they are peers. They are not one is higher than the other. I think that these guys are both equally talented. So yeah, if you're not picking this one up, woe to you, says I. All right. Yes, I will die on this hill. This was a good issue. All of y'all who say otherwise, I don't want to hear it. This is my time to talk. Monster Island was really cool. I love the whole, it was nuclear, like the Hulk had this whole island, basically Banner used this whole island as a giant experiment and dropped like gamma bombs. He turned the people into like these mutated, not mutants, but like poorly affected from the gamma radiation. She-Hulk's design, I don't hate it. It's not the same way that she looked during Jason Aaron's Avengers run. It's more realistic in a sense than Jason Aaron's She-Hulk. But I like it. I like where Iron Lad and Thor and Sif are walking around. Iron Lad wants to study all the dinosaurs and the giant crabs, and Thor and Sif are basically just killing them all because they can. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. I like also the data pages. Denny's Camp was tweeting about that the other day, how he was doing data pages. I was like, that's a very Hickman-esque trope, and I'm here for it. I enjoyed it. So this was a solid issue. This is not my favorite issue so far. I think issue number 1 is still my favorite issue, but this is also up there. That was really good.
Are you blocked by him?
Who, Dennis? No. He actually likes and retweets and answers some of my questions.
Wait till he finds out how you vote.
I mean, I don't hide it. I mean, anyone can go look at my profile and see. He hasn't yet, though. So, kudos to him for that. He could have gone the Gail Simone route.
She blocked you?
I've been blocked by Gail Simone since 2020. She unblocked me for 5 minutes so I could join a Discord about comic book writing, and then blocked me. But oddly, she has not blocked other people who are much more obnoxious than I am. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I haven't been blocked.
Vengeance, do you tweet at all? No, I'm just kidding.
Not to her.
Vengeance of Moon Knight number 8. I love this. This was a great issue. I mean, also, I love the art. And then I realized it wasn't Capuccio. It was a different art. It was like a guest artist on this one. Pramanik. I'm not sure the first name. But yeah, this was a really solid issue. This is it doesn't say a bloodhunt tie-in, but it is basically right at the end of bloodhunt, where Reese and Soldier are fighting off some vampires, and then Hunter's Moon, Tigra, and Moon Knight show up and pretty much save the day, start taking out vampires left and right. I really loved a lot about this issue. Just kind of how it's starting to set the new status quo going forward for Moon Knight. How now Khonshu. So the way it ends is Khonshu wants Mark to hunt down and kill the imposter Moon Knight from all the previous issues, the guy who was revealed to be the Shroud. So I'm really interested in seeing how that happens. Yeah, this is really good. Jed McKay, man, is crushing it, I think, with Moon Knight. I think that's his best title. Number one book of the week, though, has got to go to Jeremy Adams with Green Lantern. This was a blast. I like seeing Hal improvise without his ring, using all of the low-tier villain gear, whether it was Javelin or Kite Man or...
Hey, you said Kite, right?
Kite. Yeah. What else would I say? Toy Man, excuse me. Just seeing him use all of these different gizmos to defeat the Waller agents was just a ton of fun. Him use Blue Devil's trident was also fun. Yeah. I mean, it's just a blast to read. Jeremy Adams can write Hal Jordan really, really well. I'm really pleased. You also do get to see a little bit. There's Alan Scott in here trying to get the Amazo to embrace the free will that he has. Now that the Amazo has absorbed the Starheart power. So he's trying to get the Amazo to kind of reject Waller and embrace free will and turn on her. And then they also show Star Sapphire as she's right on the cusp of becoming a hero, becoming more hero than villain as Star Sapphire. So a lot of really good stuff in this issue. Excellently written.
You're leaving out the best part is the very end.
What, the backup story with the
show? No.
The very end, the last picture of the
the Sorrow. Oh, the guy, the dumped guy, dude. The Sorrow, that look is actually creepy. Like, I'm
Let's talk about that. I'm talking about, so basically when Hal was using the weapons, the Amazo was gonna fire on him, big explosion. He ends up in with Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
and he has all of the weapons. That
yeah. He takes all the because it was Abracadabra's magic wand, right?
Yeah.
That was all right. I'm not reading Absolute Power though.
I'm just saying
I'm not keeping up with
cool,
that.
Though.
It was kind of cool. Oh no, absolutely it was.
They also tie into what Carol's been doing. She's been she's now a hero now.
She's with she was with the JSA and that Absolute Power tie-in that Jeremy Adams wrote. She ended up with the JSA, hiding out with them in the Tower of Fate.
Now, does Abracadabra, does he reach out and grab people?
No, he's a magician. He's a magician villain, I believe. All right. Finally, I got one book. I haven't read it, and I know it's a facsimile, but I can say now that I have the entire collection. I have an entire collection of issues for Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars. Yes, it is a reprint. No, it is not an original copy, but I can at least pretend I have the original copy and pretend I have all 12 issues. So that's fun.
Right.
I don't have to shell out, hundreds of dollars. So
I actually had that issue.
Did you really? This is the closest I think I'll ever get to having an original copy. So yeah, now I can pretend. Maybe I'll frame all 12 of these and put them on the wall right next to the JSA covers.
That's what Joe has. He has all of his up.
I mean, these are. If there's any Marvel books worthy of having issues framed, this is one of them for sure. But that is it for me this week. It was a pretty good week.
Oh, there's one other one that I got, a new issue that I got this week that I just forgot to show you guys.
What might that be?
I
saw that. I almost picked it up.
We'll get a review about that in a few seconds.
Oh, did you read it?
No.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Breen read it.
All right. I've got 5 because we're not getting Dick
Cave?
Tracy till next week.
Yeah.
Oh,
No Dick this week.
womp womp. That's unfortunate.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Okay, so Green
Someone needs
Lantern
to
would
clip that one.
Green Lantern would be on my list this week, but Mark Waid works for DC.
Wait, did 3 out of 4 of us get Dick this week?
I got Dick. Yeah.
Gotham by Gaslight would be on my list somewhere probably, but Mark Waid works for DC.
I got Dick and Flashed. Gordon.
Just someone
Number-
flashed you, Dick. Is
Number
basically what happened.
5, Defenders of the Earth. I was reading this, and with all the really cool older properties making comebacks and sticking to like the original source material, I really didn't want to read a book about Flash Gordon's bratty teen because I didn't really want to read one of those kind of books.
Mhm.
See, and it doesn't. It's not marketed like that, so it's kind of a disappointment.
It
But
kind
it's
of
got
it's sort of like, oh man, they're going after that modern audience. Oh wait a minute, I like this twist.
The twist was nice at the end
that's
with the Phantom.
No, but
Okay, I'm thinking of something else. Okay.
no. There's apparently there's 2 people that there's the real Phantom, and then there's the uncle that's not.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
He's pretending to be. And
Hey, wait a minute! I thought the Phantom had to die in order for it to pass on.
Well, but I guess there's nothing that says you can't dress up like him and kill people.
Yep.
Ah,
So that's will have me coming back.
for the first 2 walks.
Number 4, Kill All Immortals.
Nice.
Said loved first issue. This is like coming into the middle of John Wick while he's on one of his killing sprees, and it's just 22 pages of all out action.
Nice.
So so for that it was.
It's like what do they say comparing? It's like a Succession show meets John Wick.
Well, there's not an episode of Succession that's wall to wall killing.
Yeah.
So
But it's about family, though.
Right, it's about family. This was just devoted to, this was like pretty much the all action issue.
Nice.
And I think what they're setting up is one of the brothers is going to end up siding with her.
We don't know that.
But we don't know which one. Like I said, unless they find the thing that actually can kill the immortals.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's fast paced, and it leaves you wanting more. I said it's just the first issue was just kind of really felt unique, even though it really wasn't. But
I keep wondering, like, are they gonna do where she finds the cured immortal if I kill him? But it's a tragic ending because she dies too.
I said we'll see what happens.
Now, is she actually supposed to be Freya? The Freya?
They made up as far as the gods. So
possibly.
they're Vikings that have been along that life. So they basically are posing as gods.
Yeah, dude is like Thor or something. So I'm sort of getting the thing
Eric
that he's
the
actually
Red.
the Thor.
Yeah, it's Eric the Red's family, isn't it?
Yes.
Number 3, Geiger. Ended up being kind of a bittersweet read for me because what's the dog's name?
Barney.
Barney.
Looks like Barney lives.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a clickbait cover.
Yes.
But I
was scared too, man. I first opened, I was like, man, if this dog dies, this is gonna have water damage.
I got a text last night. My sister had to put down her German Shepherd, and I've pet sat for that, wonderful beast, and I've thrown him balls that I throw a ball down the yard, and he was so fast he could get to it before the fence, before it hit the fence. And I said I love that dog. He was fun, intimidating as all get out because he was a big.
Dogs are smart.
German Shepherds are.
They'll bark at a Bendis book.
But that was tough. Like I said, it's not my dog, but I said it's next best thing because like I said, I mean I've spent the night as the only person in that house with their 3 dogs, and it's amazing how that thing was just so. It was just so crazy. I mean, they bark. when
Happy.
it's time to go up, they would go up in that bedroom and not make a peep till the next morning.
Dogs
Yep.
are loyal as hell, especially certain
Of
breeds.
course, it is weird when you're trying to sleep and all of a sudden 120 pounds of German Shepherds like walking across the giant bed you're sleeping on. But I say, R.I.P. to Jack. Anyway, we talked about this. This was, as far as the name of the villain, the electrician. I mean, this isn't a superhero book.
That's true.
There's going to be he might be fighting the plumber in issue 8. But yeah, this was.
Yeah,
I did like this, and I agree. I'm not a dystopian fan, so I like Geiger and I like Rook. I love Redcoat because it's it's just fun. But but that was a good issue. Number 2, Johnny Quest. I like you, Zach. I mean, even though I had been a little kid, I mean, it was like maybe a couple years before my time originally. But I mean, I didn't grow up watching the cartoons, so my knowledge is limited. But I thought it was very interesting the way they both Race and the doctor
guy,
and then Haji and Johnny from 2 different places were piecing together what had happened.
Excuse me.
And
I'm just glad they weren't holding hands in this book.
The person watching them, I'm assuming was older Johnny, because I think you can see a beard there. But
yeah, I think it was.
It's either you're either thinking it's that or Dr. Zen, who appears at the end of the book, who I guess is the big bad in Johnny Quest lore.
I guess time travel's involved somehow.
Yeah, they wherever they were on Free Comic Book Day, the lightning storm thrust them into the future, and they found a journal from 2003 and a headstone saying that Race had died in 1989 and the doctor died in 2004.
Wow.
But I think it's 2024 where they are now, because Johnny looks to be about 70 years old.
Wow.
Well, Jonathan now. At the end, it's a Jonathan Quest, I presume. He goes, "Hello, Father." So I guess I got more out of this than you, Zach, because I thought this was a fantastic book, but not again. I kind of look, the way I look at Dick Tracy, not well versed on the character. Hell, I mean, I'm not even all that well versed on Flash Gordon. Enough to know though that lost train of thought. I said, I'm just enjoying. I know just enough to know that they're being treated with respect.
That's fair.
Time around.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
I think that was kind of what was tweaking me with the Defenders of the Earth for the first 2/3 of it. It wasn't bad, but it was like there's plenty of that out there. So that's why I said if we don't get that twist at the end, I would not have picked up issue 2.
Yeah.
14.
Number 1. Kardak the Mystic. Our boy hit this one out of the park.
We call him Joe.
Well, no, we call him Mr. Corral now.
No, he's Corral.
Do we?
No, he's Joe Corral. Oh!
Yeah. John Cardy's a mystic that of limited talent. He goes into this curio shop called it Enchantress, and when he's walking through, there are 2 costumes hanging in the window, and I had to text Joe to find out which one the other one. I recognized the Jaguar, but I guess I was thinking too old because the other one was the Comet from the 80s series. So he gets this device that he can use to turn invisible, but it actually takes him to another dimension. But every time he uses it, it weakens it, and there's this entity that wants to come to Earth. And when they realize that's getting out of control, they set up a trap for it. And at the end, it seems like they've saved the day, and it appears to be a happy ending, unless you look really, really closely at the last page. And then there's a couple things that make you go, But I absolutely recommend this book. I mean, I've read a lot of these one-shot Archies, and I'm not saying this because he's my friend. Joe's a hell of a writer. I mean, this is legitimately good. I mean, I've enjoyed some of the other one-shot Archies, but this is the best one I've read so far. And this is a character that I read. This character was introduced in 1939.
Wow.
So it even predates Archie.
Wow.
But, yeah, so that, like I said, and yeah, the art is, it's pretty good. I mean, it's the best art I've seen on one of Joe's books. Except for maybe the Doom Patrol story.
It's a Mad Cave has somewhat similar artists, but a lot better than some of the ones I've seen in Dynamite.
But yeah, this one, I said it's
Dynamite had some really good artists though.
Not always.
So I said that's my number one. And Vampirus Carmilla came out.
I think my shop owner probably forgot to tell me about it because I looked down my pull list. Like, it is on my pull list this week, yeah. Or he may not got it.
Good,
but my other shop didn't have it whatsoever. So,
and I also got Houses of the Holy, and
the Brady daughter.
I liked it.
Okay.
I didn't love it.
Oh
yeah.
This is 3 in a row since he left. Since he put Reckless on hiatus.
Yeah.
And I said, Ed Brubaker, I think Criminal and Reckless are superior to the 3 that he's done since then.
Yeah.
I'll still take him over 99.99999% of the creators. But also, I think one thing I've always liked about Brubaker is I know where his politics are, but I don't know them from reading his work.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time where I've started to get a little hints.
Yeah, because there's certain things that the chick said that sort of.
And I said, right wing militias.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's like, okay, we get it. They're.
So, would you say that he's not writing the genre that you normally like out of him?
No. This was still a very good book, but Brubaker, when he's on, is I don't know. Like I liked where the body was more than other people because a lot of people were just pissed off at the ending. I thought it was kind of clever.
Yeah.
That it was just he fell off the scaffold. There's no mystery. He just died. Jackson, I don't know if they're slipping a little. I just think it could be because Criminal and Reckless I like so much that but on the other hand, but I also love the Fade Out. I love Fatale. Other works they've done, and I don't know if they've just hit a couple things that haven't been as good to me as read as well to me as those 2 properties. So I don't know. I mean, I obviously the next thing they do, I'll be first in line for that as well. But okay. I didn't buy one of his books, Kill or Be Killed, because I read the preview and it was right before the Trump-Clinton election, and I was in no mood to hear, any leftist, bullshit right before the election. Or, if that matter, I wouldn't want to hear any right-wing bullshit either. And it just seemed like, okay, he's kind of becoming that. It wasn't. And I probably cheated myself out of a hell of a read, but I'm just, like I said, little hints that, not enough to not buy a book and barely noticeable. Yeah. And I don't know, 2 years from now, if I read it for the first time, I may not notice it then, but we're all kind of like on high alert right now.
Yeah.
And maybe looking a little bit closer than we usually do. But that said, it's still very much a recommend.
Okay, I have to ask you a question. Now, the end. Now, there's a reveal about a certain character at the end. Did you see that coming?
Which one?
The FBI agent.
Oh, I'm going to put it this way. I should have. Because, I should have figured it was one of those books where everybody is working for the man.
Yeah.
And in this case, the man being the satanic cult. The brother Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. The brother was the Republican because everything he said was. But in all fairness, when she was giving him shit, he said, "Oh, fuck you. You don't pay attention to anything."
Yeah.
So, but then when he turned on her too, that's where I realized it's the only
No.
good person in the entire book is the lefty chick that the book was about.
Now
So,
I saw what happened with him, but I liked the way the
Right.
way it wrapped up because I didn't
Is that
see
your last
that
book?
part coming.
yes.
Okay.
I didn't see that part coming. You know what I mean? The way that it just wrapped up at the very end.
He was
All right.
like Alicia Masters. Didn't see it coming.
Poor Alicia.
Poor
All right.
Alicia.
All right. Before I go into the new books and all that stuff this week, I got gonna show off something I got from Tim and Mark.
Oh, did you get? Oh, you got yours too.
So I got this last week.
I got mine back here.
Yeah.
Carmen
action-
America?
Yeah, Common American action figure.
I took mine out the box.
Nope.
I'm a heathen.
I'm like, I'm not taking it out of the box because it'll be worth more. Comes with a little gift card, postcard. So that's one of the things that came with one of the perks that came with the actual buying the book. Of course, you get another one when you actually get the book, another card. It's another, good stuff. Also, they've been doing this since for the past couple volumes now. So.
Oh yeah, Commentara. Yeah.
Yep. And it's cool. It's like what Marvel used to do.
With the stats.
Yep.
I like the stats. I just got one. It isn't Tim and Mark's, but I got that other series through Iconic, the Kindred Heavens one.
Cool.
It looks very much like Studio Ghibli. But they do the trading cards too.
It also comes with a poster for the book.
I love that poster.
I'm like, is that the cup guy that everybody likes? No.
That's the ramen. That's the ramen, the cup of noodles.
Okay. Because I'm still behind on some of the books. I've been buying them, but I haven't got a chance to read them. So.
Dude, they're fun.
So here's actually the book. This is volume 9. And unlike some of the other YouTubers, they don't go around praising they're the best, indie creators putting out books, and stuff. Because they don't need to. You know who you are. I'm talking about. Green knows. When you gotta go around and say you're the best and slam others.
Yeah, I know who you're talking. I know who you're talking about.
Well, it's not a 3-letter name either.
Oh, it's
No.
Oh, are you talking about the other boy's act?
Well, I was gonna name names, but sure.
Well, I didn't say his name because his name's not Zach.
All right.
He's a fake Zach.
But that was
false prophet.
Those are from Mark and Tim. Thank you guys for making those. They're awesome, having fun with the books. All right. I have 9 new books this week. Bottom of the list. I just couldn't get into it. I just felt another reason to make another diverse Hulk. Denny's camp showing that he's not one at the table. It's right when they had that whole Miller interview with him. It's kind of kinks in the armor. Thor was cool. Him and Sif just kept killing things on the Allied. I thought that was hilarious. But I don't care for this Hulk's so evil, and then we get this other She-Hulk. Just an excuse to make her look like she's not the Burn Hulk, that She-Hulk that everybody likes. I sat through. Maybe Zach, if I hadn't we had to deal with all the other ugly She-Hulks we had with Jason Aaron and all the era stuff, where she was banging Thor when she looked like a dude. I would be okay with this, but enough's enough. It's an Elseworlds, but whatever. Story was kind of weak though. I'm looking more forward to actually reading the next Ultimate Spider-Man more. But it's okay book. But all right. This is at number 8 because it was kind of a slog fest for me reading through this. I don't know anything about the cover, anybody other than the Phantom. I don't know the other Mitchish. I forgot his name. I'm gonna call him Zatara because that's what he looks like.
He does remind me of Zatara.
Lothar, it looks like whenever I see Lothar and he reminds me of Teal from SG-1. The guy who had the alien. Stargate SG-1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But basically got a lot of millennials in here, or I think the Zoomers complaining about their dads and like, it's peacetime. And the heroes are like, they don't kind of like sitting around. It's been 4 years since this war. They saved the Earth. And this Flash Gordon is basically created. It's called Defenders Company, and he basically wants nothing to do with them. He's ignoring his own son. Flash Gordon's wife and the mother of his child is dead. But at the end, you kind of see, when she might be alive. There's a hologram or something that appears in the mirror after the son was talking, confessing that he misses. I miss you, Mom, and then it says, I miss you too. So
yeah,
I don't know what that's all about. Is this a simulation they're in? Did they really win the war? Was Ming's because there was a cool thing with the Ming though. When Flash Gordon shows up at the end of the war, or he's like here, let's show it. He's like, don't worry. It's like, everything's taken care of. He throws the head at first, and then you see him bouncing. He killed Ming. And I'm like, is that really a Flash Gordon thing? Because I don't know the lore, but I don't think he condones murder. But
it did seem a little off to me. But then again, I'm not a huge Flash Gordon.
But there's also he's also working with the lineage or successor, the right hand man of Ming or something like that. So.
Mm-hmm.
So I makes me wonder: is it really Flash Gordon, or is it someone else posing as Flash Gordon? Flash Gordon's been held somewhere else. But I don't know. This book though, The Defenders Earth, does not tie in with the Flash Gordon, Jeremy Adams stuff, which is kind of sad. Because it would be kind of cool if it did. But it's a standalone book. But there's also we're doing Flash Gordon quarterly book coming out as well. So I'm not sure if that's gonna tie in, but there's more stuff coming out from Mad Cave. All right, number 7 this week. It just felt really short to me, but it's also no lie that this book has been like the weakest of the 3 for me. That's why it's a little lower on the list because I have more books. But the dog, I was like, oh, because it's the only cover I had left. I was like, it was kind of weird because the main cover shows the dogs, then this alternate cover, the dogs are happy. So I got the happy cover. Yeah. Number 6 this week. Another book that was incredibly short. I felt like I got gypped.
There was a lot in there. What are you talking about?
It was a speed read, bro. Too much. I don't care about Beachcomber.
I love Beachcomber now.
Beachcomber
I didn't know who he was. But
I'm a pacifist. I want nothing to do with it. I'm thinking like the dude, like my dad saved my life to fight these Decepticons. How dare you? I'd be like, I have the kid. Spike. I'd be upset. I don't care about RC or Alita 1 and RC, them fighting against each other because Optimus doesn't know what he's doing. I spent the whole time at Cybertron. Oh, quit your bitching, Karen. We're done. And then Ultra Magnus, that was kind of cool to see him come in. And then only for him to be, when it comes to fight, he chickens and runs away at the end of this shit.
Yeah, because Shockwave caused him some
even more
serious...
pissed off. They wasted Energon on this little coward. Like when they could have used it on other people. But I don't know, man. Maybe it'll get better. All right.
14 issues, and he's thinking it's going downhill after. So.
Well, that's usually good, and it takes that long for a series, the dip in quality. Like I said, who knows? Maybe something cool is going to come up and just go from a 4 to a 10.
Could be
the first time. Ultra Magnus usually is awesome, but we didn't. It was a jip. I didn't get to see Ultra Magnus do anything other than transform. Cool. You know what he reminded me? He was like, let's make a robot similar to Optimus Prime. Okay, cool. That's all he is. All right, number 5 for this week. I actually like the backup story. Zach, you read the backup story in this? Green Lantern?
Is it the one about the Shadow Lanterns?
Guggenheim?
Yeah, the Guggenheim one where it's they were picking people who could more easily be manipulated.
Guggenheim here is the writer, and it's Derek Robertson doing the art on this. And they talk about
that's the one. Yeah.
They talk about how the art or the rings normally they're go to people who are worthy of courage, great will.
Right.
The main guy has been manipulating these rings so that they go to the people who are the most easy manipulated.
Mhm.
That's why he's such a loyal group of Landcore.
Right.
Uh,
I thought that was pretty. That was a pretty interesting
I'm
read.
like, is this a new character?
I thought it was Jessica Cruz for a hot second, and then I looked
Was
at
it
the ears,
all
and I was like, "That's
Did
not
you see
Jessica
this?
Cruz."
This was heartbreaking.
Yeah, rip.
Is this Chip or someone
No,
else?
it looks a lot like him
Oh
though.
my gosh! And then he ends up being murdered. He's killed by these little bugs. I'm like, the little guy is like, wow. Yeah. But no, I like this. He had basically Hal is Jeremy Adams is great running at Hal. Comic
Yeah.
relief. Him just grabbing other different weapons and saying like grabs javelin, and he has all different weapons. Abracadabras at the end. I guess that was pretty cool.
Blue Devil's Trident was probably the most fun one for me.
Yep. It is weird seeing him in his black costume though for Superman.
Yeah, it's like the tactical suit. I think Batman and Flash made a bunch of tactical suits for the Justice League. For whatever reason, it's Batman. But
honestly,
I don't hate it though, because black is like Superman's regeneration suit. So maybe it's like to keep him healthier longer.
Honestly, I thought it was when he came out, because remember he was buried in that. He was absorbing the sun.
I thought it was his black, the suit that he was buried in.
Also, Batman's wearing the purple gloves like the Scott Snyder costume.
I don't hate the look. It looks like Injustice Batman. I don't.
Yeah, the armor's up, but I mean the gloves though. That was in Zero City.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't care about Sorrow. He's just becoming a crybaby. You know what he reminds you of? If you've been watching My Hero Academia, one of the guy who cries all the time, the blind monk. He's a strong guy. He's one of the top Hoshkes, what called, or called their so it's a H, rather they call him. But he's like one of the top demon hunters.
Demon Hunter is different than My Hero Academia.
Or no, sorry, Demon Slayer. Sorry, I'm watching both at the same time right now. No, but number 4. I got this cover because I figured why not.
That's a pretty good cover. I like Selena Kyle as the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Yeah, you're right. So, also McFarlane toys in the background. They're advertising.
Oh, I like that Green Arrow.
Yep.
Ooh, I like that Atom too.
Yeah. Breen, you missed out on the good book.
What?
As far as what they're chasing, and this is the Kryptonian book, the one you're not reading because of Mark Waid. What they're reintroduced last issue to Wonder Woman. This Wonder Woman, basically, their Themyscira was like Paradise Island. Was not Paradise Island. They lived in the middle of the Earth center, basically, center of the Earth, where all the lava is. That's where their Themyscira is, surrounded by a bunch of monsters and stuff like this.
Monster Island.
Pretty much.
Sounds like Denise Camp's Ultimates number 3.
Sounds a lot better. Because she actually looks like a woman.
What kind of man is named Denise?
Dennis. It's not Denise. It's Deniz, not Denise. Like
sounds like Denise to me.
There's no D. It's I at the end. It's Denzi. It's
not Denzi.
No, it's Deniz.
Iz? Yes, it was Denez or Denny, one of the two.
So basically, because Wonder Woman, basically these creatures from there, they're upset because people were killing her brood stuff. They're from where she is. She said she had originally came over that surface with a group of 12 Amazonians, and all of them die except for her, because she's basically gonna fight for the planet. Because the reason they've been at the center of the Earth, where they've been hiding there, the Amazons, is because this isn't the first time that Kryptonians have come in and basically laid waste to the surface.
Excuse me.
So they're thinking that's kind of disturbing. Also, we get Matches Malone.
Matches. I know that guy. I know that name.
He's Malone. He goes by Malone here, and she offers him a match. Light his cigarette. That's kind of cool. Selena runs a whorehouse.
Oh, is that the Gotham?
What is it with Batman and whorehouses now?
Hold on. No, hold on. I want to point out. I said whore, not horror.
Yeah, I know. I know what you meant. I know what you said.
I wasn't pulling.
But remember how in the other Batman book, the Dan Jurgens one, he had the informant that ran a whorehouse? And he was like,
Yeah.
if you slip up, I'm coming for you.
They've been torturing one of these illegal assassin guys that she kept alive. And they get information on there. He's like, well, it's like the sleeper awakens. The sleeper being the Kryptonian, we're told. So we don't know if this is even Clark or if it's going to be Zod at this point, or who it's going to be. It'd be Doomsday for all we know.
Oh, Doomsday.
Yeah, I know, right? They either like bring Doomsday in. And this is not. This is also
wild.
this is the Andy Diggle book. So this is my second Andy Diggle series I've been reading. Actually, my first DC Andy Diggle.
I still haven't read his
But
what is it? His Green Arrow.
All right. He's like that's yes, Serena asked, he's like, well, the museum was the exhibit was nearly a bait. Where's the real one? He's like, and Batman's basically like, you've already tried to steal it once. Take my word, it's well protected. Colorado, and very, very far from here. Basically, that on the train, you get Alan Scott. Alan Scott is on the train here. Do you know what the ring is?
Looks like a very flamboyant gambler.
Well,
I dig it though.
On this train, this woman's being hired by Bruce Wayne to go around this to protect the ring. She's been basically traveling, kind of like Snowpiercer, kind of like that. They can't stop moving; they keep going. But in a sense, you want to keep the ring. And she's like, "Oh, you're such a nice guy. Mr. Wayne gave me this ring, and it's the star. It's a pure heart, the Starfire one.
So yeah, the Starheart.
So it's not Green Lantern. I think it's so. The fact that Alan Scott's there too, and these assassins blew up the train, I think he's gonna get the ring.
That is
also
familiar.
What's great about this is Adam Strange has been on the search to find out where the hidden temple is, where everything is going. Hired by Bruce Wayne, who's in Antarctica. That's what he comes across, Wonder Woman. So Diana basically uses her lasso, and it's not the lasso of truth. It's what did she call it?
Is it the lasso of lies that Tom King came up with?
Yeah. Oh no, she
That
said
whole
earlier.
book is a lie.
No, there's no truth in here.
Oh, and by the way, Shannon and Marion used to be men's names too.
Marion was John Wayne's
real name.
She says, yeah. The cord of Hestia binds you to truth. That's what she used it. So it's not, it's a different thing. But at the end of this, like I said, they talk about on Mars, something's there, and something's awakening.
John Jones?
We don't know at this point. And now the sleeper awakens.
John Jones. It's John Jones. Come on. I just said John Jones, and you're like, I don't know.
Or it could be his daughter. They got the
no. The Miss Martian is a white Martian.
Yeah. So
that's probably why she's your favorite Martian.
Quiet, please.
Or mine.
Number 3. Kill Immortals. If you guys have not checked out Eclipse, the other Zach Kaplan book that he did, dude has an awesome series. You can even watch the first 3 issues or stories on Ash's Lullaby if he still has his channel up. But dude, this is fun. We don't, like as Breen said, we don't know what's going to happen with it. We'll find out. But very, very fun. Getting more Dark Horse books. I've never gotten Dark Horse books. That's been like my 3rd series. I got the Ghostbusters because it's high-end. I got the got this one, and then I'm getting more with Miller World.
Dark Horse does some good stuff. They've got the Count Crowley series, which is really good.
Number 2 book of the week.
Used to be really good. Oh, that's
dude, this is just freaking phenomenal. I had no idea they're gonna just wrap it up here and then start in October. So I was like, "Whoa, we're getting some real good happy endings here from Mark." He's like, he's met with Greer, and he basically acknowledged what's going on with the mission. As far as the Midnight Mission, it's such a very good wrap up for a story. Like I said, if they have decided to end it here, I mean, it's pretty cool. The way everything sort of wraps up with this.
That's a nice.
Also, I don't care about these Deadpool ads, though. It's getting annoying.
No, I don't care about the Steve Ditko ads. That's the one that grinds my gear.
So
Disney
but
legend.
I like this. I like the
Steve
eight
Ditko.
because like he's like, oh shit, it's Moon Knight.
The 8 Ball.
He's like, I did good now. He's like, dude, good job. He's like, oh, thank God. I was gonna kill him.
So the next issue, which comes out on September 11th, actually, that will
October.
No, September.
Oh, it's right. Yeah,
There's one more Vengeance of Moon Knight, and then it goes to the new title.
Yeah. I want you to kill the imposter who's been posing as a Moon Knight. He's like, dude, so I'm like, so actually the cover for this week, I think you got the other cover, right? It shows him. That's actually the Shroud versus Moon Knight. So that's setting up.
Yeah, that's what's setting up.
I'm like, okay. Number one book of the week, as it should be. There's none before this.
Kneel before Dick.
Nothing better than Dick.
Whoa, Zach.
That's what you thinking Zod, which I did not get up. I did not get Zod this week.
Wait. He said you said
no, I did not get. I did not.
Hold on. First you said kneel before Dick, and he's like, I was thinking about Zod.
No, kneel before Zod. The phrase. Never mind. We're moving on.
Like I said. Oh,
We're moving on.
Book. Dude, everything in here, even Trueheart, has actually been helpful. She breaks in, pretends to be a monster.
Even Trueheart has been helpful.
Well, no, like I said, every character in here is actually in here for a reason. They're not just background characters or one-offs. So I like this. She learns more about her father and what's going on. The main bad guy is building beachfront property, but he's also taking out he's using the bad guy as for take out his competition. We even get, for those who, if you didn't pick this up, well, you should, because you also get a preview for this book.
That is
Who was talking about that? Breen was. What?
Breen last week.
And I bought it. I went in and got it just because he said something about it. And it is damn good. Damn good.
Yeah. Right. But I like this, because this is true. Cops back then, some of them served in the war. So when he sees the bomb, he goes back to his war days.
He's been doing that, though, I think, too. Like, he's been having those flashbacks.
Look at that. The film reel. I love that.
That was neat. That was the neat layout.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. I also think of that, too.
That's sort of like that Batman that sort of reminded me of that whole...
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you were referring to. Never mind.
Yeah. Like I said, it's just a fun series. It's probably my favorite actual ongoing series right now. Other than Open Spider-Man. But
it's a good one.
All right, back issues.
Zach,
Green, I think you sent me this. Just in the box.
I did.
Ooh.
This is the newspaper strips.
Yeah, that's to whet your appetite. There's a couple hardcovers that have the first couple years.
But look at that, like black and white, and then it goes to color. What the heck?
because the Sunday edition.
Yeah, I know. So it throws me up.
I used to cut those out of the paper every day and made a scrapbook out of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I might still have it somewhere.
I like that though. That's so cool. This is this all collecting all of John's.
That'd be awesome to have.
Yeah. Chronicle Order first volume brings the earliest panels, and they hit the daily and Sunday papers in the late 1970s. All the daily strips are printed in the original black and white, and all Sundays in color, ready to spin a web of enchantment upon any who reads them. Dude, like I said, this is cool because there's a lot of stories here that aren't actually in the actual books. So I like these are in continuity, but they're other stories.
No, they're not. That's
are they?
The newspaper strips its own continuity.
Yeah, I'm saying it's to me. That's new stories for me to read.
Yeah, okay,
I've read all the other ones, so they don't. But they're their own continuity, but they still have this. I mean, they haven't changed. And I was saying like Peter now is dating someone else, when in the paper he's dating someone else. It's like, wait. The only thing I like more about this, if you say that Aunt May dies and you just come back 3 times. But yeah, dude. This book, I could have sworn I sent this to you.
You may have, but I already had it, so I
just send it back. Okay,
that looks good.
Hey, you're not the same guy that sent that to me, reader wise, so you might actually enjoy it now.
All right.
Nice.
I'm so old now. When I said that'd have been like 2 years ago.
Damn close to it.
Hey, Zach, do you have tissues? You might
Hey,
want to dry your eyes.
Why would I want to dry my eyes?
Oh, no, is this Phantom as in
Phantom
Phantom
Lady.
Lady? Okay.
Yep, volume 3.
That's not Phantom Lady.
This is Phantom
Where's
Lady.
the yellow and green costume?
You've gone
That's a-
colorblind, son.
That's a farce.
Look, and even Roy Thomas takes credit in the beginning.
Hey, yeah, I know we like to make a lot of Roy Thomas jokes, but none of this happens without him.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's a
he
very
is,
good
he is the steward of the PS art books.
Dude, if you come across these, let me know.
Hey, wait a minute. Top. All top.
I mean, look at that. That's cool.
That could have a couple of different meanings.
Yeah, Jambo might have a couple of those.
Yeah. Ajax. I hate him. I think it's Deadpool time. But here you go. Look at that.
Hey, I like that one on the left.
The little guy in underwear?
Yes, exactly. That's sort of like how I spent last night, man. Really, if you actually think about it.
With little
Or if you want-
people in
I
underwear?
choose not to.
I'd rather not. Yeah.
I'm good.
Well, we both took turns getting dangled over the balcony by a rope. I mean,
The more you know.
yeah.
The more I know, the more I don't want to know.
You know, I miss having you on here. And I say that very, very
Facetiously.
yes. All right.
I figured I'd take some of the heat off Zach by coming in today.
No, Zach needs all the heat. All right.
No, I don't.
Number
It's like
1.
100 degrees down here.
Real quickly, because guys,
by the way.
real quickly, because we got to get through because we got to end this in 5 minutes. So I'm going through my books real quickly.
Oh, you got back issues.
Ones I bought.
Oh, hey, that's the Jim Lee
Yeah.
relaunch.
Yep.
That's nice looking. That's great to look at.
And then, so I got number 2.
I have
Well,
all those.
That's great for you. I just got these. Number 3.
Oh, that looks better than the first one, or the second one, I should say.
And Claremont was only on it for like 2 or 3 books. And he's
Yeah,
gone.
yeah, Lee forced him out.
Yeah, but we got 2 burn books.
Imagine being Jim Lee and
So
forcing
you guys know
the
this
definitive X-Men writer.
Other than this being the first appearance of somebody, do you know what the other significance of the story is?
I'll
I'll give you a hint.
Please do.
If I zoom in.
He's
The Hell's Gambit.
He's about to make a name for himself.
So, all right, since you guys aren't guessing, I'm going to say it's Gambit and Rogue's first date.
Oh, the first date. Oh.
Yeah, the first time they ever went on a date.
Does he mention about how he was shot out
Well,
of his
because-
daddy in that one?
I'm going to shoot you out of the stream if you don't quiet. With a cannon. Yeah. All right, number 5.
I just don't get the deal with Omega Red. I don't know.
Well,
Excuse me.
I know you like Germans, but some people like Russians. too.
He's
I like Germans, but I like their movies.
Number 6.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I figured if I'm going to read these, I'll get a bunch of them in a row at least. I can.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
That's a cool cover right there.
That's a really neat cover.
That's the Russia trying to buy Disney.
Oh, hey, look, it's that guy that wanted to kill the little baby Hope Summers.
Those appearance by Ghost Rider.
Oh, nice.
And it skips to 18. So, yeah. I skipped to whatever that was, Hardak, whatever story was. I'm like, it looked interesting. Then I got 3 of a 40-issue limited series.
Hey, I've got that one. I just have the first issue.
Oh. So you don't have issue 2.
I do not.
Battleground.
I've read this before. I'm just recollecting again. So, but here's issue 4. I'm just missing issue 3.
It's a long kiss goodbye.
Well, more like Rogue's. The guy she first kissed is in a coma
Yeah,
all these
Because of
years.
her.
Yep.
because of the long kiss goodbye.
And yeah. All right.
What I said.
This is cool.
Ooh, nice.
It's a giant minotaur.
Then I found this as well. So I had the first one. So I figured
Hey,
it's not Rocketeer.
that's
It's Rocketman.
boo.
But adapted from the
Oh.
classic King of Rocketman Republic
Interesting.
movie serial.
Interesting.
So, now I was kind of concerned because people said in the past this title was written really kind of by before it was bad. So, but I got the 2011 one, so I'm hoping it's good.
Hey.
I
gotta
don't
be
know
Alex
about that
Ross.
one. I don't know anything about that series, so I don't know.
If the story
think-
sucks on the inside, that cover's at least good.
I think it's like an anthology. I think it's a series of stories. What is it? Rocketeer Adventures?
Yeah.
I want to say it's an anthology. It says John Cassaday, Kurt Busiek, and Mike Allred. So Kurt Busiek's storytelling is usually pretty good.
Issue 3.
Oh, Betty Page.
With the pinstripe. Then issue 4. Look, he got a sandwich. 15 cents. And it's toasted. 45 cents for an ice cream cone. This is from the 2013 series. I can only find issue 4.
Hollywood Horror.
But it's Tom Waltz is on the back.
That's from Roger Langridge.
Yeah, so
Not familiar with him.
I think some of these are actually from the auction though. So I think I got more stuff coming from Breen. But yeah. So Supergirl, Adventure Comics. And then we get into some Dell.
Whoa, Mickey's on drugs.
Hey, look. A dog pulling a dog slide.
I didn't know Mickey had kids.
Oh, wow,
Not that he knows of.
They're not his kids.
There's 2 little mice.
Look at the angry face. They're mad because he tripped over their game
How dare you, Dad?
as he goes into the hospital.
Aren't they his nephews?
Yeah. And then we get some more. Well, don't look away, Breen. You don't want to see
Don't.
this. Don't look.
Well, I don't know when to see that.
It's Mark Wade.
I don't.
And
The
George
press.
Perez.
It's current DC. I won't support because of that prick.
Yeah, this is DC from
Well, we're
120.
getting to the end of these. These are just the magazines that are left, real quickly.
Nice.
That's one of the few Vampirellas I still have.
You sure? Go check. Go check.
Yeah.
He was over there.
That's a good point. You sure about that?
38.
I actually just got a compilation of Dynamite Year 1. I mean, the first few issues of the Vampirella Dynamite series. Oh, that looks really nice.
Yeah, it's not bad looking.
Not bad looking. Zach's like, she needs more muscles.
It's not bad looking.
See, she needs a dick that she can kneel in front of, that he can kneel in front of.
Good Lord, that's not going away anytime soon.
I'm sorry. Nice.
No, you're not.
And then the last one. Wrapping up this stream with this book. Who's that?
Wow.
Double trouble.
He's a Wonder Man twins, Devilman twins.
Form of
Yeah.
Third.
So-
an ice bucket.
Form of an, oh, yeah. Okay, I was like you're thinking of the Wonder Twins. Okay, yeah.
Right.
All right. Form of a green card. That's what they should have. They're twins.
Oh, hey, anybody know anything about this?
What is it? I can't tell.
What it is?
From hell?
Oh, that's you?
Yes, yes. I got it. I got it for sale on sale at the.
All right.
I wonder if anyone knows if it's any good or not.
Never heard of it.
It's Alan Moore.
Yeah,
That's why
I would say it's probably not good then, because Alan Moore.
I don't.
All right.
I don't read a ton of Alan Moore.
But that is it for this week. We want to thank you guys for all showing up. Everyone who popped in here. Jackson Roykirk watching around because we were streaming on Twitch as well, YouTube. Jackson Roykirk here, one slick dude. Yes,
No,
yes.
Jackson, she was better looking than Michelle Pfeiffer. I will say that.
You got him to admit that someone's better looking than
Like
Michelle
current
Pfeiffer?
or like past, like all time Michelle Pfeiffer. I gotta know. But hello to Marania, hello to Undead Quinn, Vengeance CNS who's watching over on Twitch. MKF30. Then we got I think that's it. Well, there's a Zach in there. Jay Lucian, who was asking questions to himself and then answering them earlier. That was kind of funny. He meant to type the Jackson, but he wrote down his own name. All right, and then everybody's just saying you should use eggs instead of tomatoes. They work better. You know.
They're definitely worse for your house.
Well, I think meant throwing at you.
Oh,
Can I get bacon too? Eggs, bacon.
I'll take bacon with those eggs.
I can make myself a nice little omelet.
Sure.
Nah, not bad looking. She's no Michelle Pfeiffer. Now I hear Shatner.
Rocket Man.
Some kid submitted a design in an early Foom magazine. Okay. I added the as Beaver because those credits sound like credits for Leave It to Beaver. Jay Mathers as Beaver.
I actually met Tony Dow once.
Cliff Notes. Roy Thomas is not only claiming creator credit for Wolverine, he's wanting to be credited first for it. Yeah. Alrighty. Then he should share the same royalty as everybody else. They don't get paid nothing. All right. That's it for the night this week. So we'll be back tomorrow with 2 more readings. And then Saturday, another 2 more readings. And then Sunday, 2 more readings again. And on Monday, even 2 more readings. So we got tons of readings to choose from.
He must be stopped. He must be. He's going crazy.
If you'd like to help us, give us $1 or more. And you go to ko-fi.com/puppteam, drop $1 in there, or go to Super Chat.
He's
You
drunk
need
with
to
power.
get the babysitter. I mean the paper boy from Better Off Dead, and he can help you raise money.
I was gonna say, right, either the babysitter or the paper boy. I'm like,
paper boy.
what are we asking here? All right,
I want my
no,
$2.
all right, but we're gonna end it here. We're gonna be over on I Love Comics. I believe he's gonna be doing his weekly 10:30 Eastern comic book cover rankings.
Tonight's the
Tonight
Shadow.
is the Shadow. What was last night? The Phantom, I think it was.
Yes.
Yes, he didn't. Yeah,
When is it going to be Rocketeer? If he's doing all the early pulp stuff, he's got to do a Rocketeer.
Well, Rocketeer wasn't. I mean, that was created in the early '80s, and they're not.
Well,
covers.
I thought,
But
I thought
anyway-
it was more of a pulp hero.
I think he fell asleep. They're saying just Jackson. That ain't good.
He has his link up in the group chat.
All right. I guess so he's all set then.
All right.
Alrighty.
All right.
See you guys
See you
later.
guys later.
Say goodnight, kids.
Good night, kids.
Good night.
Good night, kids.
Good night, Gracie.